Hello and welcome to Castlevania Curse of Darkness. This is a PS2 game and an Xbox original game released in 2005. It is the third and final, or I guess technically fourth and final 3D Castlevania before the series reboot. And yeah, this is the Castlevania I have the least experience with. I think I played like halfway through it once in grade school. This game was adapted partially into the Netflix series, and this is the game where Hector and Isaac come from, though if you watch that series you will notice that quite a bit is different about these characters in this game. So let us forge forward and get started. That was a kind of neat little attract mode. All right, let's go ahead and just name our character like we do always. We'll just give them their canon name, Hector. Daddy Chandra says, this opening makes me nostalgic for the legacy of Cain Blood Omen games. I could see that. That was just my test save.
(1476), Galatia. A great war raged between Dracula and humanity. Just when it seemed that there was no hope for mankind to prevail, out of the darkness and despair, a champion arose. A true-blooded vampire hunter named Trevor Belmont. Belmont and his comrades triumphantly slew Lord Dracula. A truly glorious victory for all. However, the evil one did not pass from this world in silence. With his final words, Lord Dracula left a demonic curse that enshrouded all of Europe in misery and torment. Ravaged by hideous plague and dire famine, the people's hearts turned black and murderous. The weak were slain without pity, while the land was pillaged and scourged without remorse. 3 years have passed since the death of Lord Dracula, and the invocation of Dracula's curse.
Show yourself, Isaac! I know you're here!
Is that Troy Baker?
Hector! Is that you?
I finally tracked you down.
You tracked me down. I was the one who lured you here. Hector, the fool who betrayed our Lord Dracula.
That matters not. I've come to exact my revenge upon you. For the death of Rosalie!
Oh, and how will you have this revenge? When you are utterly at my mercy, you relinquished your powers. You couldn't even protect your own woman. And now you think to defeat me? Lord Dracula is gone, but his powers are still here in Valencia, even you must realize.
Pronounced Wallachia.
Indeed, with this the most forbidden of arts, a wisp of conjured matter can be transformed into a hellish devil. There are but 2 humans who possess this magnificent power. You and I.
Yes, to our lasting shame. But I shed that evil power. Never again will I use it.
Ah, but you will, Hector, and soon you have no choice. Without it, I could crush you in an instant.
Lying.
But that wouldn't be very satisfying, now would it? You deserve a most gruesome fate for the humiliation you brought upon me 3 years ago. Bereft of the power of devil forging, you cannot hope to pursue me. That is why you will reclaim your powers, and thence follow where I lead you. But, in the end, the glorious vengeance you seek will not be yours. It will be mine.
Wait! Isaac!
Yeah, so Hector's voiced by Crispin Freeman. I recognized it immediately after that first line.
I must descend into darkness and reclaim that accursed power once more. Heed my words. I will hunt you down like the beast you are! I will have my revenge.
And Isaac is voiced by Liam O'Brien, who many people know nowadays. Many people like him. I mean, he's like a pretty prolific voice actor, but he's been in a lot of Castlevania games. Okay. They changed up the button you used to confirm things from Lament of Innocence. Alright, I don't have a perfect parry. Oh. Interesting. The camera is so low to the ground. Oh, but we can control it this time. That's great. Can I possibly maybe zoom it out a little bit? That'd be kind of cool, don't you think? But unfortunately, it's Japanese controls, so we desperately need to have it be inverted so that it works the way we want it to. There we go. Because Japanese inversion is just normal. Yeah, oof. Very confusing. It's not actually working the way I want it to. Left, right directional buttons change camera control type. I have it on inverse. Pressing left turns it right. Removing it off this, pressing left turns it right. That's irritating. Why isn't it saving? Why isn't it... Do I have to confirm it or something? That's awful. All right, let's save. Nice. Alright, so we have our first save. How, like, laborious a save point. Oh, it's gonna take me forever to get used to this. Because I often navigate with the right stick, right? So it's like, oh, I want to turn left. I'm going to push the right stick left so that my character stays moving forward, but I'm able to do a gradual turn. And that is not possible. That is a bummer. Willem says, this is the era of Metroid Prime. Everyone loves a good save point. Yeah, that's exactly what I was just thinking. It's like, oh yeah, like save points used to be like a moment for you because they were compulsory. You had to use them because games were on like memory cards and stuff. Oh. Guard button, left analog stick, jump button. Quick step. Yeah, so same controls as Lament. So far the game feels a little bit better than Lament. I realized there was no difficulty setting when we started the game, which is kind of interesting. Wild memory, what is that? Strange stone fragment with ancient memories carved on it, used for simple weapons. Okay, interesting. I saw someone up in chat say there was no toaster, Belmont. I would love that. I need to get myself a Belmont outfit. Get Ka to do that. Oh, we have a launcher. But I can't like combo off of it, unfortunately. At least not yet. Kettle asked me if I own a whip. No, I do not. They're very loud. So practicing them in a suburban neighborhood, not a good idea. Is this Dracula's castle? Is that where we are, or are we just in some castle? Kettle says would lower property value or some shit. It's less that it would lower property value and more that a whip crack sounds like a gunshot and is about as loud. So it would scare people. Willem says, I respect your instinct to get your Sona and cool outfits. I have the opposite impulse. Oh, interesting. I mean, it's just fun. It's fun for the stream, right? If we play a lot of Castlevania games, get me a Castlevania outfit. Maybe that'll be a sub goal. Get toaster, Castlevania jacket. Ooh, what's this? Abandoned castle map. An overall map of the area lacking in finer details. All right. Oh, it's the same exact map system as Lament. Whoa, okay, so wait, there are level ups in this game. I didn't even notice that. So that's something that Lament didn't have. A lot of Metroidvania games have a level up system. Lament kind of circumvented that entirely just by giving us like techniques or whatever on level up. So I wonder if leveling is going to make a big difference in this game. Huh. Oh. It is interesting to play a game with dodge on a corded input when we're so used to having one button dodges nowadays. Oh, barely any iframes either. And lock on doesn't hard lock you on either. It just moves, it keeps the camera on the enemy. I like how that enemy just exploded. Kind of funny. Alright, nothing else in here. Ren says, a big fan of the explosion of the torches. Sealed by an unknown power, Hector cannot open it with his strength alone. Who the fuck just leaves a chest there? What? What?
This unearthly power. Is it coming from that tombstone? How conscientious of him. He carved the instructions into stone along with the most difficult visualization. So, that's how badly he wants me to regain my powers. Very well.
This is so obviously Crispin Freeman.
Heed my words, O great powers of darkness. Release me of the tortured souls. Let me infuse him with my life force and awaken him to the world of the living. Immaculate being, appear before me now!
It's Puck from Berserk. Great. Everyone's favorite character.
Well, well. Devil forging, isn't it? Never seen that before. Quite impressive. It's enough to make your blood run cold.
That
Who
right?
are you?
Oh, my apologies, my lord. I should have offered an introduction. I go by Zed. I'm here for one purpose only. To purify this land of the pestilent curse which infects it.
I see.
You, on the other hand, are pursuing the other devil Forgemaster, are you not? The one you seek fled toward the chapel on the other side of the mountain. He made his escape through the back of the castle.
What concern is this to you?
He is the one protecting the curse. Ergo, he is an impediment to me, and to all those who abide in this land.
I see. Very well. I, Hector, thank you for your help. Now, if you'll forgive me, I must be on my way.
Piecemeal says, that's totally Isaac, isn't it? Not quite. This character shows up in the Netflix series under a slightly different name and role. He's just known as the Judge. Innocent Devil Infant Fairy appears. Rot. Okay. So this game has like Pokemon mechanics, like Shin Megami Tensei mechanics, where you're recruiting devils to work with you. So, innocent devils are the mystical, untainted familiars created by devil Forgemasters. Innocent devils have absolute loyalty to their creator. Summoned id may grant status enhancements to Hector. Status enhancements can be examined on the status screen. Innocent devils use hearts as energy. Whenever they take damage or use a special ability, their heart energy will decrease. If they lose all their hearts, the id will revert to soul form. At that point, they will simply hover around Hector. Hector gathers enough hearts, the id soul can then be restored to material form. Innocent devils cannot die. Innocent devils level up with experience points by defeating enemies, just like Hector. When an enemy is defeated by either Hector or the id, both Hector and his id will gain experience. An id must be summoned for it to receive any experience points, however. To truly succeed, level up both Hector and his innocent devils. Setting the mode to auto instructs the id to act on its own. In auto mode, the id's manner of attack and use of special abilities are dictated by its own reasoning. Setting the mode to command allows Hector to directly control the id's actions. In command mode, the id tends to stick closer to Hector and targets the same enemy that Hector is battling. In this mode, innocent devils will not use special abilities that consume hearts unless they are told to do so. To use an id special ability, select the ability with the left or right directional button and press the ability button to activate it. Use these two modes effectively to make battles easier for Hector. Characteristics of fairy type devils. Tends to float around the player. They have the ability to open up treasure chests. They can also restore HP or heal status ailments. Alrighty, so we have a clear idea of kind of what we're supposed to use this for. And yeah, this is like, I guess it ends up playing a little bit like a Shin Megami Tensei game. How are we gonna do this? Hey Sam, welcome to the stream. Neato. Dragon Crest. Crest made from the carved dragon bone. Looks like it should be placed into something somewhere. The Dragon Quest is what we use to get, Dragon Crest, not Dragon Quest. Dragon Crest is what we use to get into the throne room at the end of Lament. We're gonna leave her on auto because if it's just for heals, it's fine. We don't need to worry about it. Where am I going now? I guess out the front, maybe? Willem says, makes sense given what Dracula derives from. Yeah. Oop. Wild memory. Interesting. Kind of weird that inverting the camera does nothing. I'm kind of bummed about that. There we go. Got more hearts. So hearts are really just fuel for the devils. That's good to know. Boy, howdy, do we move slow. Beep. Beep. I want my dollar. So yeah, this took place, I mean, this game came out at a time when they were really trying to innovate to find kind of the key to success. This was the last 3D Metroid Castlevania game before the Lords of Shadow reboot. If I remember correctly, I think that's right. The series was kind of dying at this point. There were quite a few DS games, I think, still coming out. Order of Ecclesia came out after this, I believe. And then I think Harmony of Despair also came out after this, but that was a multiplayer game. That's a really interesting game, actually, but it's kind of like a rogue-like Castlevania, multiplayer Castlevania. Very Dead Cells in a lot of ways. But yeah, this game was kind of the end of the line for Castlevania, so I think a lot of people kind of missed the boat on it. I know I certainly did when it first came out. It was kind of hard to get a copy of. That was another thing. Willem says there was also Judgment. Yeah, Judgment came out kind of after Castlevania was dead. They were really fishing for attention at that point, hiring Takeshi Obata Takeshi for the art, but didn't really go that well for them. Okay, got some bronze. Where are we headed? My only guess is that we just have to go back, because, like, where else are we gonna go? Willem says it was not a good fighting game. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Pretty bad. Being an arena fighter, it didn't really have too much depth. And then on top of that, it also just was a bad arena fighter, so just had nothing going for it. Doomwolf says, is that the fighting game where your supers were just the Y button? I don't remember the exact button mapping, but I think that is true. I think that is how that game worked. I feel like I'm playing Drakengard with how slow we move. That's a funny comparison, but it's honest. That's what it feels like we're doing right now. I think we can just go this way now, hopefully. No? Can we not? Oh no, we can. This is just stairs. I thought it was a giant ledge last time, so I didn't go down here. I really do wish I could zoom the camera out. Willem says, I was reminded today of the, for example, the game Piano 3. Yeah, that was one of the Capcom 5. That was one of the games that Capcom just greenlit for the purposes of greenlighting like strange experimental games. I believe Beautiful Joe was also part of that, as was Okami. What else? There were some other games that came out around that time that were all part of the same initiative. Something fits into the door. Will you insert the dragon crest? Of course I will. Doomwolf says Remake was part of that, I believe. It wasn't Remake. Remake came out before this. It was Resident Evil 4. It's the reason why Resident Evil 4 came out on the GameCube. There was Resident Evil 4, Killer 7, Beautiful Joe, Piano 3, and some other game that I'm forgetting. So you'll need to look that one up. But those were the Capcom 5. Or at least 4 of them. Alright, let's see. Give me more hearts, come on. Okami was not one of them. I had that wrong. I think Okami came about as a result of the Capcom 5. I could be wrong about that, though. I might just not remember. Where the heck are we going? How did I end up going backwards? Wow, that was foolish of me. Willem says, looked it up, it was Dead Phoenix. Oh, wow. That is not a game that I have thought about in forever. That was one of the most famous canceled games of its time. Oh, hey, the ghosts got a different model. They're differentiated. They're ghost level 3, as opposed to probably the ghost level 1s we saw in Lament. There we go. This is a save point. Sure looks like it. Why, yes, I will overwrite my last save file. Thank you. Hector already seems like a much more logical, understandable, like action game character than Leon was. He's very easy to control. It's just a lot more responsive. They made it so that you can dodge out of attacks so much easier. Probably just to get around the fact that people were frustrated by the just constant getting hit by off-screen enemies. But Hector doesn't have a whip. This is true. Neat. All right, let's run back really quick and scout out what we missed by going to the bottom route. Because it would be bad if we lost anything useful. Or if there was like a key we needed or something. Plus, I think leveling up is good, so we're gonna want to travel as much as we can just to encounter more enemies. I say while running away from these dogs, but it's fine. There we go. Go. Whoa, barrel physics. This is crazy. That would have blown my goddamn mind back in 2005. Maybe not completely. Aluminum, very light metal used by some alchemists, but is mostly unknown. Makes very light armor. Aluminum, extremely unknown metal. Strange fairy metal that no one's ever heard of. Rumored to be a myth. Unpronounceable says, you leave some of it destroyed? Yeah. What if I want to come back and break some more barrels later? Alright. Wait, equip? Alright, so I can equip items and stuff, that's cool. Ah. Alright, so we're gonna want to go right, and then it looks like there's one branching path, but not too many others. Seems like a pretty straight line from there, so shouldn't be too messy. Would be nice to find another save, but maybe there will be one downstairs. Or is that what this is? That's not what that is. That does not look like a safe door to me. Nope, this is a big battle arena door. like that the launcher can like interrupt attacks. It's not actually very good for launching most enemies, except ghosts so far, but like the dogs will be interrupted by it and it can stun them basically. Like, get out of here, puppy. And then they're stuck on the ground. That's kind of useful. Yeah, let's go. There's like nothing my my little person can do. Can she attack it? Will she attack it? I think all she can do is heal, so. Is there literally anything else in here? Nope. Just an arena. Good for me. Oop. Wait. Huh. What'd she find? What's she looking at? Skill, weapon combining. It is possible to create new weapons and armor by combining various materials together. Choose Combine from the status window to go into the combination screen. Combining can be performed at any time. As weapons and armor increase, more combinations will be possible. When you find new materials, check the combination list to see if something new is available. It's also useful to check the bestiary to see which monsters possess certain materials. Alright, so this game has a crafting system. I need aluminum and bronze. Sure. What? Oh, Dag is raiding. Hey, Dag. Hey, raiders. Hello, everyone. We are playing Castlevania Curse of Darkness. This is the sequel to Castlevania Dracula's Curse. It is a pretty weird, PS2 era action Metroidvania. What's up, everyone? How you all doing? How's everyone going? I am hopelessly lost. What you have to say? Beat this up. There we go. Alrighty, let's move forward. So yeah, this game is pretty wacky, pretty weird. All right. When some monsters are defeated, they drop evolution crystals that affect the development of your id. By collecting a certain amount of evolution crystals and giving them to your id, its form will change. There are various types of evolution crystals. The type of evolution crystal that is dropped will change depending on the weapon Hector is using. Thus, the id's evolution will be different when given crystals found using a sword-type weapon versus an axe-type weapon. It is possible to prevent evolution crystals from appearing while using an id. This will allow the id to level up on its current form. On the summon screen, select the id, move left or right to toggle the generation of evolution crystals. So this game has like a weird Pokemon Shin Megami Tensei devil recruitment system. I think it's actually like devil crafting technically. So like just like SMT or whatever. So that's weird. That's a weird thing that this game does. All right, maybe my knuckles weren't the best weapon. They're fast, but... Alright. Anything else to do in here? Nope. Doesn't look like it. I'm foraging them? Yeah, that is true. Gotta get those God Hand combos in. Ah, bummer. The music in this game is pretty groovy so far. I'm enjoying it. Not quite as immediately impressive as Laments, but it's not bad. Pretty standard Castlevania fare. I didn't miss any rooms, yeah. I guess we just move forward. What can you do? Wizard? I'm fighting a wizard right now. Get air comboed. Alright, look at that. Again, no other exits. Man, this game's been a straight line so far. Don't you hate it, chat, when you open up a new Metroidvania and it's just railroaded the whole way? Why, yes, I will take a wild memory. Thank you. Fists seem nice because they're big, they're fast. They're not very big, but they do okay damage. Alright, we got juggles. We got juggles. Let's go. Okay, I guess just up here. I've got nothing else to do. Air combo. Apollo says 3D Castlevania is always a shock. Man, I cannot wait until we get to Legacy of Darkness. I can't wait till we get to the 64 Castlevanias because they're so underrated. Those games got a really bad rap, and they aren't great games. They're very flawed, but they are extraordinarily interesting, especially for their time. And that just makes them so interesting to play and so unique to look back on. They've got such a vibe. My absolute favorite of the 3D Castlevanias are Castlevania 64 and Legacy of Darkness. Oh boy. At least we have like semi-functional lock-on in this game, which like just didn't exist in Lament. All right. Just get the stage hazards out of the way so we can fight the big guys. Ah. Ah. I wish I could perfect parry still from Lament, but maybe we haven't unlocked that ability yet, or maybe it's a devil ability. Look at that. Really showed him what for. Alright, which way do we go is my question. That's the way out. That's the door. So we'll take the door. Instead of what looked like stairs, possibly? Yeah. Ooh, potion. Yeah, I can't, you can't air juggle from that. It has to be on a floating enemy. It can't be on a standing enemy. You just have to, you have to air to ground them on that. All right, neat. Got to get our rare candies for our Pokemons. So they can level up. Beep. Punch that torch. Okay, this is just another way up. Huh. Doesn't hurt to just fight the enemies, because, like, what are they gonna do to me? They just give me hearts and experience, which is what I need, so. I feel like I'm doing Mortal Kombat combos on these guys. All right, let's look. 2F or 2F? I guess we'll go here. All right, so there was a save point on the other direction. And it looks like a shortcut back to the first floor. I wonder if this game is gonna have like Vagrant Story type weapon typing, where it's like, oh yeah, no, like fists aren't gonna be good against the plate mail enemies. You have to use spears against them or whatever. All right, let's look at the combine. I can't make a spear, I can make an axe. Short sword, wild memory, sure, we'll do that. Gano. We'll make a short sword, sure. I don't have the aluminum for that, so I can't make that. All right, neat. Let's move forward. Man, is there gonna be a save point anywhere around here? Oh, they're healing it. Get beat up. Remember when action games were just like this? There's nothing super complex going on. If you wanted something complex, you played Devil May Cry 3 and that was it. That was the only game you had. Those were the days, let me tell you. What's up with that painting? Nothing, it's just low poly, low res, okay. Whatever. Alright, keep on going. Keith says, ooh, the new model looks great. Oh, thanks, Keith. Yeah, I think so. He looks good. Ah. Escape. Let's check if there are any other weapons if equipping the axe will do more damage. Nope. Oh yeah, it will. Okay, so the fists are weaker at the cost of speed. Okay. Yeah, so fists fast, weak. I think the axe still out damages the fists, which kind of is a bummer. Because I think a single like 5-hit combo with the axe is like a wild amount of damage, like 100 damage or something like that. Almost like 80 something, and then with the fists it's like 40. So, and granted, yeah, I attack faster, but in the time scale of most of the enemies we're fighting right now, I don't know if that really matters. Command, double step. During a quick step, guard button, left analog stick. Oh, okay, so I can just double dash now. That's fun. All right, let's deal with the environmental hazards first. Be gone, wizards. I can't have you healing the baddies. And now we can just fight you. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Stay in your lane. There we go. Hey, we got aluminum. Ooh, we got a fencing sword. All right, let's check. Is it gonna have a unique moveset? It is. Okay. Okay, game. I see you. That's pretty dope. Ah, save point. Wonderful.